Alright, so we are back with Aliens Dust to Dust for part 8, and it is absolutely amazing. So check out the playlist if you need to get caught up. So Maxon and a crew of survivors were trying to make their way away from the xenomorph, but they fell into the water, and they're in a death-defying situation, and it looks like the xenomorph are after Maxon. Now, while they were in the water, a person drags Maxon to shore, and come to find out it was one of the crew members. But when we look at his torso, it's nothing but wires and mechanics. And apparently, this person is a synth, meaning that he's artificial intelligence, and he's been so the whole entire time. And this synth is still functioning, but he needs Maxon to do something. And we're wondering, like, what do you need him to do? And Maxon is also wondering that too. And he said, I need you to get a sharp object, and I need you to sever my head from my body. And Maxon is like, what are you talking about? But we come to the realization that he can't really move, and Maxon is not strong enough to drag him, so the only other option is to sever the head, where Maxon can carry the head, and he isn't really a liability to Maxon, but can still travel and also consult with him, and also mentor him along the way. And Maxon basically does the deed and severs the head and carries him. And while it does look kind of creepy, they do see another survivor, and the other survivor's like Maxon, what do you? But then he notices that it is a synth in his head, and then the three of them travel together. And what they're trying to look for is basically another safe haven. And they make their way to a facility that is basically used for terraforming, which is why they had a colony. And when they start to travel a little bit more, they notice that there are canisters, and inside of those canisters were xenomorph. So then one of the survivors asks that synth, did you know about this? And he reveals something pretty interesting. Now, this next part is a little bit confusing, at least from when I was reading it, but it seems as if that Whaling Yutani company was using the xenomorph as bioenergy in order to power the terraforming, and the whole entire goal was basically survival. But then they're getting pissed. Now, when I say pissed, because they're like survival, like she's saying that her wife is gone because of this, and then she also mentions like Maxon's mom is gone because of this, and you're talking about survival. Like, what the hell is going on? And as they're talking, they see the xenomorph with the one arm. Yes, the one from the beginning of the story. And then Maxon is like, you guys go to the shuttle. It's not going to harm me. And then they're like, what are you talking about? It's not your mom. And as he says, it's me to the xenomorph jumps and tries to claw Maxon. This boy was wrong. Type in part 9 for more, because I can't wait to see how this story unravels and closes.